Do you
Never.
pray to Satan?
Only twice a week.
You pray to him?
Mm-hmm.
And when you pray to him, what do you say?
I pray that we get out of this evil world that we call life. If God was so omnipotent and strength, why wouldn't he get rid of the devil?
He didn't get rid of him.
Right.
So you don't believe that there is a God at all. There is no God.
Until someone gives me proof of a God,
Right.
I will say that there isn't one.
Where do you get your values from?
From me.
From me?
From that
you?
little, that you have it too, that little voice that's in your head that tells you, I have common sense. Everybody's born with morals, common sense, ethics, your life experience dictate.
And so you say you get them from that little voice in your head?
Correct. And everyone has that little, that's my God, is that little voice in my head that says, no, I'm not going to inflict pain upon another human being because it's wrong.
And where's that voice coming from?
My head, my consciousness.
So
my brain activity.
So your brain activity has a voice?
Yes.
And
it's called my consciousness. And I have a high level of consciousness.
And so does this voice speak words to you?
Yes, it does.
It talks to you.
It speaks to me. It tells me what's right, what's wrong. It tells me it's full of common sense.
So your brain that causes your body to function has a voice to you, and it directs you with words about moral values or about values.
Correct.
And your brain's created this voice.
Correct.
That's amazing. Do you believe there's evil or the devil?
Do I believe there's the devil?
I know you don't believe there is a God. Do you believe there's a Satan?
Yes, of course there's a Satan.
So why do you believe there's a Satan but not a God?
Because Satan is real. Evil is real.
But good is not?
No.
Good is not real?
No.
But evil is real?
Correct.
And are you a good man or an evil man?
I'm a good man.
How are you good if you're not getting your goodness from God?
Because I don't believe in God.
But how are you good then?
I get my goodness from Satan.
But you just said Satan is evil.
Okay. He's not evil all the time.
He's good.
Is God good all the time?
Yes.
If God is good all the time, could you explain slavery to me?
God is good all the time.
Well, could you explain slavery to
me? Man is in a fallen state, and they created slavery. God didn't have anything to do with that. Matter of fact, they were influenced by your God, Satan.
But, okay. So God didn't have anything to do with slavery.
No.
Right?
Right.
And that was all on man?
Yes. Influenced by evil.
Okay, but if God, he's an all-knowing God, correct?
Yes.
So he knows that slavery is going on, but yet he fails to intercede or to stop it. You know, we're all God's children, supposedly. Why come and he couldn't say, those children need to let those children go?
Well, we're not all God's children. Some people are children of Satan. Such as yourself. But let me ask, have you, growing up an atheist as a young person, was it hard being an atheist? Because you're right in that black people would not have accepted,
Yeah.
So did any of your friends, black friends or family members knew that you were an atheist at the time?
Not particularly. The really good thing about growing up is you really, except on Sunday, you really didn't have to talk about it.
That is so true.
We didn't discuss. We played. We went to school, we fished, hunt, rode bikes, and all of this was done without discussing religion.
And you're right about that. We went to church on Sundays. After that, we didn't discuss religion and who was saved by God and who was not and all that.
Right.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
You're married for how long?
I've been married for 17 years.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do. I have 4. With
the first and second? Or?
Yeah, I have 2 girls set from each one.
And so are they atheists as well?
2 of them are. 2 of them are not.
And did that come from your influence?
My 2 younger ones, I'm pretty sure, that came from my influence. The older 2 are influenced by their mother.
Their mother is a Christian?
I would say so, yes.
And so they believe in God, where the 2 other ones believe there is no God because of what your influence.
Correct. I'm raising them using reason and logic and common sense.
What made you decide to raise them in that way rather than allowing them to make their own decision once they became old enough to make it?
Oh, it's been a process. I told them that they have a choice. They can make their own decision, but then we expose them to how we think about it. If they ever had any questions, we would say, well, you think about it. Why wouldn't God circumvent the need to have a children's cancer ward if he had the power to change it?
Is cancer evil or good?
Cancer it's evil, of course.
So your God created cancer then.
So my God created cancer.
Because your God is evil, right?
Yes, of course. So cancer must have
why
come from
not give the credit to your God for creating cancer? Because you said it is evil, your God is evil. Why did he create that?
I can't understand. I have no idea.
He won't tell you why? Do
Never.
you pray to Satan?
Only twice a week.
You pray to him?
Mm-hmm.
And when you pray to him, what do you say?
I pray that we get out of this evil world that we call life. If God was so omnipotent and strength, why wouldn't he get rid of the devil?
He did get rid of him.
So why does he still exist?
Because he needs to exist for a while longer. Yeah.
When does he expire? Does the devil expire?
You see. But let me ask you this. Are you the head of your wife?
No. My wife and I are equal.
You're equal?
Yes, we're equal.
In what way?
In decision making, in the bond that we share together called marriage.
If you're not the head of your wife, who protects your wife spiritually? Because the role of a husband is to protect his family, his wife, his children, spiritually, financially, to lead the way, to be that example so that they can see the right way to go.
Why can't we do that together? I mean, does that come from the Bible also, that I'm to lead my wife? I'm to be like the Lord of my life, my wife, a ruler? No, we're equal. We do things together.
So she has no one to lead her and guide her and protect her.
She doesn't need anyone to lead her and guide her. She has a master's degree from UCLA.
And so are you the head of your children?
My children listen to me.
Are you the head of them?
What? Maybe I don't understand. Maybe you need to define head.
As Satan is the head of you, are you the head of your family?
Am I the head of my family?
Yes.
I wouldn't say I'm the head of my family.
Was your father the head of his family?
No, I wouldn't say he was the head. I saw him and my mother take equal parts in raising us.
You're patterned after your father then?
Probably.
So you're running for state senate, District 21, I believe?
Correct.
What made you decide to run? Why are you running?
Because I actually felt like I didn't have a voice in my own community. Nothing stings like being discriminated against by your own people. So I felt like I didn't have a voice in my community. Well, I'm a former state prison guard. For 10 years, I worked at 2 different maximum security prisons.
Wow, I can see you doing that.
And they had this program. It was being run out of a church where one of the schools in the Antelope Valley were having trouble with the Black and Hispanic inmates fighting each other. So I heard about the program and I thought, wow, I could use my talents there. They could use my assistance. And I went out there and we spoke and we had good communication and we talked about the positive things we could do. So after we spoke and the meeting cleared up, they grabbed my hand and started praying. Everybody bowed their heads. I didn't say anything. I just went along. And afterwards, though, I spoke to one of the leaders and informed them that I wasn't very religious. I was just here to try to help the children.
Right.
Well, after I went back home, they never called me back again, which kind of made me upset. It's like, wow, you guys, just because I don't think like you think, you would lose someone with my talent and professionalism and leadership. You would rather see me walk away because I don't think like you.
So you felt they had discriminated against you based on religion?
Blatantly.
And what's wrong with that? If they are a Christian organization who believes in God and believe that God is the way out of this hell that these kids are going through, why would they bring in an atheist? It doesn't make sense. Most Christians believe that Satan is the problem, that he's influencing the kids in a negative way. Why would they bring in an atheist to work with them if they're a Christian? I made the mistake of hiring an atheist. I would never do that again. And so,
just because they're an atheist?
No, not just because they're an atheist, but because they have they can't be trusted.
Atheists can't be trusted.
They have no foundation of love and honesty and truth to stand on.